I've been on the losing end in sports of games where like the football score was 42-0.
Yeah.
And there was nothing worse. And I know it's little kids, but when you go in the line and your team had 0, my team had 0, and they had 42, and the kids on the other team go, good game, good game, good game. We didn't have a good game, and actually feel worse by saying good game.
Yeah.
I've been on that end before.
How about if they just said, crappy game. Hey, crappy game. Terrible game.
Game over.
Embarrassing game.
Game over.
Horrible game. Yes, Tom.
I never understood the Little League tradition if the opposing team hit a home run that the infielders had to stick their hand out and like give them 5. I don't know if that happened everywhere, but in Brooklyn, the opposing team would hit a home run. I'm at first base, and as this guy's going around and just hit a home run off us, the first baseman, second baseman, shortstop, and third baseman all stuck their hands out to slap the guy 5 that just hit the home run.
Never heard of that.
Yep, that happened all the time in Little League.
I would never do that.
Did not understand that at all.
And it didn't happen to you because you didn't hit home runs.
That's right. I hit 3, but it was the very tail end of my career. 2 in one game, and my dad wasn't even there to see it.
Wait, you called it a career?
In my Little League career, I was on a couple of all-star teams. We won the championship one year against my brother's team. He was on McDonald's. I was on Lincoln Savings Bank. Yes. It was great.
All right. Well, congratulations.
I was 10. He was 12, and we beat his team. It was awesome.
Heck yeah, dude.
And your dad wasn't there?
He was there for that, but I hit two of my 3 home runs that I hit in my entire Little League career. I hit 2 in one game, and he wasn't able to make it for that.
Did you hit him over the fence?
One just made it over the fence. Another one, there was like an apartment building next to the fence, so they had to paint a dotted line where the fence would be. So I hit it over that line off the wall, and that was considered a home run because there's a building there instead of it just being a fence with stands.
You got any pictures?
I have a picture of me with my Little League team, like not of me like playing, but I'm standing next to a bunch of the kids on my Lincoln Savings Bank team.
All right.
Good times.
Yeah. No.
I struck out 18 batters in a game one time. We lost 3-1 because I walked like 4 guys in a row, and like there were errors and stuff like that. But all 6 innings, all the outs were strikeouts by me, and we still managed to lose 3-1. Still can't believe that happened. I was 8 years old. 3-1 loss. I struck out 18. Every out was a strikeout, and we lost.
Okay. How about our best career achievement here, athletically? Is that your number one?
I think so. Every out was a strikeout.
Okay.
And a loss.
That's impressive. In Little League, you were bringing cheese. Seton O'Connor.
Yeah, Little League is probably my best moment. I forget how old I was, but we were in the city championship game, and Kirk Astorita was up, 1 out, and I forget there was like somebody on second, I think, and he hits an absolute bomb headed straight towards me, and I remember looking over at this kid, Fred Terrace, who was playing center field, like, you better come over here and catch this because there's no way I'm catching this ball. And he hits a shot. I just stick my glove up, have no idea what I'm doing, catch it. I'm shocked that it's actually in my glove, and then I threw it into second to double him up, and that's how we won the city championship.
Wow.
And the next day in the newspaper, they did a write-up on it, and the quote in the newspaper was, O'Connor, who hadn't caught a ball all season, made the play. That's a true story.
That's good reporting, though, to know that little fact.
Well, I didn't know he was paying attention to my season that closely, but...
Marvin, your career highlight in sports is?
Oh, you know what? I'm going to go like 7th grade rec league, semifinals, 14 points, 14 rebounds.
Okay.
And then, like, my job was, like, look, just rebound the ball and give it to somebody else.
Yeah.
But I was under the glass. I was like Barkley.
Paulie, your career highlight in sports?
It could be the AUAA banked 3-pointer. No, when I was a little kid, I pretty much stunk in sports. Football, no highlights. I was in a wrestling tournament once where you had to wrestle like 4 times in one day to win the tournament. And I won my first 3, which for me is pretty nutty back then. And in the finals, I was against this guy that was really good in this wrestling tournament, and he was demolishing me. I think I lost 18-0 in a wrestling tournament. He had me in my back the entire time, but I was bridging, which you basically avoid being pinned for, I think, 6 minutes. And I won second place, and my dad was like, nice job not getting pinned, but that felt pretty good. Like, it felt like avoiding a loss. It's funny that's a loss. That's it.
That's a loss.
Yeah.
All right, some phone calls. I'm trying to think. Fritzy's, I think, is the best. He struck out every batter in a loss.
Didn't that happen to a Yankees pitcher? Didn't he throw a no-hitter and still lose?
Yes. He was a former White Sox pitcher, or he might have thrown it against the White Sox. There have been a couple of no-hitters. I think Jim Maloney of the Reds threw a no-hitter and lost. Harvey Haddix had a 12-inning no-hitter and then either got a no decision or lost. Yes, Paulie.
Yeah, there's a few.
Oh, is it Andy Hawkins?
Andy Hawkins, July 1st, 1990, against the White Sox for the Yankees. He had a no-hitter.
Yeah.
There's been a few combined no-hitter losses as well. Matt Young of the Red Sox in 92 did it against Cleveland, lost in a no-hitter. Jared Weaver, remember him from the Angels?
Yeah.
He had a combined no-hitter loss.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Todd with the sports career highlight there. Yes, Todd.
But everything balances out because in one summer league, I was on the mound. We have a 1-run lead, 2 outs, second and third. Supposedly the manager's trying to get my attention.
We're kind of done.
Well, this was going to be the worst of my worst.
I didn't
experience.
ask for the worst.
Okay.
All
It was pretty bad.
All
though.
right, go ahead. Go ahead.
2 outs, second and third, bottom of the last
I can see
inning.
the disappointment on your face. It's like,
Stephen Copps is at the plate. Good hitter. 2 outs, second and third, bottom of the last inning. This is for the championship. We're winning by 1. Supposedly the manager's flailing his hands, trying to get my attention to walk this guy to face the next guy. Never heard that. Throw the pitch, bang, double over the right center field fence. And instead of getting the big first place trophy, we get the little thimble second place trophy because of me. And I decided to just serve one up to him. 2-run double, game over. We lose.
yes, Eden.
My worst sports highlight, also baseball. We were in an all-star game, and we were losing like 7-1 or 8-1, something like that, playing this other town. And my team rallies to come back to be down 1 run. There's 2 outs. It's like, I'll say 7-6, bases loaded, 2 outs, and I'm up next. And my coach goes to sub me out, and he was just like, "No, we're gonna have a pinch hitter. Like, O'Connor, you can go sit down." And I blew I had a huge temper tantrum. I threw my helmet. I was like, "This is crap." Right? I had a bad attitude as a kid. I was like, "This is crap." And so the umpire's like, "No, he can't. He has to bat unless he's hurt." So then my teammates start going, "Hey, are you okay? Does your foot hurt?" Because even they don't want me to get up, right? And I'm like, "Oh my God." So then after all of this, after my teammates are like, "No, his back hurts. Look, he's hurt." I'm like, "Okay." So then I get up, and not only do I strike out, but I struck out on 3 straight pitches and for some reason tried to bunt on the 3rd strike, which makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. And we lost the game. And then I had to ride home with the coach that tried to pinch hit for me and 3 of the other players on the team. I was bawling.
Paulie, you got a bad one?
I would say from birth until now is my worst sports moment. It's all bad. My highlight was a loss, for God's sake.
All right. Marvin, you got one, just so we got this all out of the way?
We lost 19-1 in the town championship game in Little League Baseball.
Yeah. You know, those things that happen when you're younger, like they still stay with you. I remember being in an all-star game, practice, we're warming up, and I remember I was at shortstop, and the guy in left field threw the ball in and then yelled my name. I turned, got hit right in the mouth. They had to take me to the hospital. I'm in the hospital, in the emergency room. My mom is in the hospital giving birth to my youngest daughter, or my youngest sister. And so I'm in the same hospital getting stitched up because I was supposed to be playing in this All-Star game. But the guy just threw it, and then I yelled my name. I turned around, bam, right in the mouth. Like just took me off, wasn't able to play in the All-Star game.